Hey there everyone, welcome back to Gamevine, and my name is David, and today we're going to be taking a look at a small game from Fantasy Flight called Hey, That's My Fish. And this is the second rendition of this game. Now, the first one is kind of a deluxe version. It has bigger penguins and it's much cooler and it's kind of hard to find, but essentially this is a smaller copy of the same game. Now on the box it says it's a Sub-Zero game of fishy strategy, though I think tactics come into this game more often than not, but there is strategy. Basically what you're doing in this game, you have a big patch of ice and you have your team of penguins and you're trying to eat as many fish as you can and gain points that way. And this is an extremely light family game, so without further ado, let me show you what comes in this small box and then I'll show you how to play. Let's go. And in the small box, this is what you get. You get 4 different colored penguins and different poses for each color, and we'll check them out. These miniatures are pretty cool, but the deluxe ones are even cooler, though I am satisfied with the production of these, and they are in different poses on each one, as you can see here, but each of the other colors have the same poses. And the other component that you get in this box are the cardboard tiles. Now they come in different increments: 2 fishes, 1 fish, and 3 fish. Now you're going to be scoring this way. So without further ado, let me show you what consists in this rulebook. So now I've set up the board. Now you'll set it up in a 7x8, alternating each line, and I will say that this is a little tedious. It does take some time to set up these tiles, but I'll touch on that a little later in the video. So you'll set up that, and then you'll give each player their respective penguins. Now we'll play a 2-player game, but in a 2-player game you get all 4 penguins. In a 3-player game you only get 3, and in a 4-player game you only get 2. And that matters because the game ends when you lose all your penguins and you try to accumulate as many points as you can via fish. So you'll hand the respective penguins to the player, and we'll play a 2-player game, and then you're ready to start placing penguins on the board. Now you'll do this alternatively. You pick a first player, and they can only place penguins on the single fish tile. So I'll put that one there, he'll put one here, and we'll continue to do that. Now you can only put them on the solo fish tiles, and you can set up strategically this way as you alternate putting penguins on the actual board. So now you're ready to start. Now on your turn you simply do one thing. You move and then you collect the tile that you're on. Now how do you move? You move in a straight line in this fashion. You'll match up the sides, and this penguin can move as far as he wants in this line, or he can move like this close to this penguin. Now you can never jump over a penguin, but you can do it like that. Now once you move, you will collect the tile, which is always hard without messing up the lines, and then now your penguin is set up to pick up this one right here, which he wants the 3 fish, which is important. And on his next move he'll move in a straight line, trying to pick up even more fish in that fashion. Now that is how the game is played out. You just move and pick up a tile. Now you'll see the board is going to start to shrink, and it's going to start to section out as players do this, and sometimes there's going to be moves that a penguin can't do. So let's say this right here happened. Now this penguin is... let's get this here. This penguin is now by himself, this red penguin. Now he can continue to move, but you don't want to waste turns on that. Basically, at the end of the game, he is just going to use the rest of his moves on this little patch to get as many fish as he can. So when you do this, just consider to pick up all the rest of the tiles here. So he'll move here on his last turn, pick up this one. He'll move here on his next turn, pick up this one. And the score tiles are double-sided, so you can keep your score unknown. Keep that in mind. So now he cannot move, and he is eaten by a killer whale, or whatever you want to think is happening to this penguin, and he doesn't get this tile, and the penguin and the tile itself is removed from play. So that is how the game is basically played. You'll continue to do this, moving in straight lines, collecting the tile that you were just on, trying to cut off your fellow players from getting any fish, and trying to set yourself up with good moves. And it's really that simple. Though, again, when you try to take some of these tiles, they just move all over the place, and for some non-dexterous hands like mine, or maybe a younger kid's, they can really mess this board up pretty bad. So I'm going to give you an impromptu spice up your life. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Now this is the spice up portion that I'm going to be doing for this video, and it's Heroescape to the rescue. Now if you have any Heroescape water tiles or ice tiles, or the sparkling water, look at that, ooh, shiny, or even the swamp, you could use these. Now, I don't normally do spice up your life in review videos, but this one is so small and much needed, I had to do it in this video. Now, a disclaimer, my good buddy Chaz Marler on Pair of Dice Paradise did a segment on just this, where he said you take the water tiles from Heroscape and make a board like thus. Now, at the exact same time, maybe a little before or after, I said the same thing on the dice tower and had the same idea, but instead of doing the water tiles here, you would take the ice tiles that you got from Heroscape and do that instead. I think that would be a little more thematic, but seeing that I don't have any of those ice tiles, I went with the water method. Now again, it does take a little time to set up, but if you're a fan of Heroscape and have these tiles, you already know it's going to take time to set up. But this game already does take a lot of time to do that. So this doesn't take any more time than needed, and it actually takes the board and keeps everything in place. Look at that. Now instead of, I mean the penguin flew off, but I was really shaking it. Now instead of trying to take the tiles out and messing up the whole board, you can easily grab them, and there you go. Now you have your own Hey That's My Fish deluxe board. And look at it. I mean, it really does spice it up, and now it makes this game scream, look at me, I'm beautiful, come play me. So there you go. Now, again, you'll continue to do the process of moving in a straight line, collecting the fish that you come from, knocking other penguins off, and trying to get the most fish at the end of the game once all the penguins have left the board to become the winner. And that's it. So that is Hey That's My Fish in a nutshell. Now let's give this game a grade and tell you what I think. And Hey That's My Fish gets a 71% for me, which is a low C. And I think that's a decent grade for a caliber of game that it is, but I would give this game a 77% if you were able to spice it up, because a lot of the great 6 points rely on some of the things when it comes to production, because I don't want to set this board up because it takes a lot of time just to have somebody try to take a tile out and destroy the whole setup. Now if you set it up and take the time and do it in these little Heroscape tiles, you have a board that is nice and it's going to stay in place, which again, that does hurt it in my opinion, where you just can't grab a tile and not mess it up. But beyond that, the production value is really good. I know the cardboard components are small, but the cardboard is thick and the penguin figures are really nice. It's just that is my major gripe about this game. Though the other things that kind of keep it down, I don't think the replayability is high in this game. You'll want to play it a few times, but once you get beyond it, you don't want to set the board up just to play a abstract game where you're collecting points, basically. That's what this game essentially is at the core. So some of the good things though, I kind of like this game because it is extremely cutthroat. And I know the cover alludes to it being cuddly, and so does the title, but there is no cuddly in this game at all. You are going to try to cut people off and say, no brother, that is my fish, or no sister, I'm taking that fish, or hey, that's my fish. So with it being so light, I'm going to recommend this game for families or kids. Kids love penguins and love picking up the fish, and I will recommend it for the casual gamers. The quote-unquote hardcore gamer is not going to get into something like this. They might play it once and say, oh, that was cool, but it's not something that's going to last. So if you're, in the market for something that's extremely light, abstract, and has cute penguins in it, but has a note of extreme cutthroat to it, I can't recommend this game enough because it is cute and adorable and small. So that's Hey That's My Fish from Fantasy Flight Games, everyone, and thank you so much for watching today's review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it gives you a feeling if this game is for you or not. I mean, it is a good game, it's small, but keep that in mind when you're purchasing it. So until the next time that I see you, have a great rest of your day and a great time with all that you play. You heard it here on the Game Vine.